Hello, my lovelies. Today is Tuesday, August 3rd, 2021. And we are going to a shopping mall. The current temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, 77 Fahrenheit. Just put my mask on. And we'll just cut through the parking garage here. Today is a rarity. We got out of work early. And I did acquire written permission to record in the mall. So if security stops me, I can just pull up the email from those folks at head office. Oops. Now, because it is a Tuesday, mid-afternoon, it's not busy. But the AC feels so good. Now, Halifax Shopping Centre is a 2-level. They say 3 now that they have a food court down in the old bowling alley. And it was built in 1962. And the part that I'm walking on is the oldest part. And back then it used to be just 1 level. Kind of feels good to be recording again. And there's a look at the food court. At one time this was a bowling alley until about 3 or 4 years ago. So what I think I will do is take you down to the terrace, is what it's called. It does have indoor and outdoor seating. See, the weather they're saying 23, feels like 25. Dairy Queen's gone. So if you can see that outside, they do have outdoor seating. And it's pretty much a standard mall food court. Meza is a local eatery here in the province. We kind of rushed through the food court because I'm a little hungry and it smelled good. But I have leftovers at home. Now where Sport Check is, that at one time used to be the Sobeys, which was one of the anchors to the store, to the mall, as was a former Eaton's at the other end. Then it became Sears, and now it's just 3 levels of empty space. Going past the Michael Kors store. Lingerie Lane. We just went past La Senza and Victoria's Secrets. It's not a very big mall. It's the second largest one in the city. It is accessible by transit and by the 102 highway, which is a provincial highway that connects Halifax to the Trans-Canada up in Truro. And I'm not feeling like walking up the escalator. You know me, lazy. All right. So what they did here is that they utilized the skylights that they installed. Just because to the left of me, ooh, let's go down. To the left of me is what used to be an office tower, so that was connected. So they decided that they were going to utilize 2 floors of that for retail, and they extended the ceiling up from the mall to the office tower and turned it into a huge skylight. And this is like the main area where you'll see fashion shows and the big Christmas tree that's here in December. Just go past Zara. See that Torrid's coming to the mall. That's been a rumor for about 2 years. But I think because of COVID, that got delayed. We do have a stairwell here. Like I said, it is a Tuesday afternoon, so the mall isn't as busy as it normally would be. Zoom in a little bit. Just walk past Spencer's. Kiddo seems to like that store. As a parent, not so much. Just because he doesn't need to see bongs and weed paraphernalia at the front of the store or sex toys at the back of the store. My child is innocent, I say. Innocent. It's one of the many entrances. Oh, that's where the watch company is. I have to get a battery changed in a watch. Oh, that reminds me, internet bills due. Just walking past Eastlink. They are my internet provider. Now, I think when they did this spot, that's where we were, they should have mirrored the other end with the skylights, but they didn't. They just have it like around the perimeter, but not at the top. That looks like it could be a potential thumbnail. Alrighty. Now all up here is where the food court used to be, and this was all closed off. And it was in a circular shape. And the only remnant to that is how the gap is laid out, because it's still at an angle. And I see security coming. And a staple of this mall, probably for the last 30 odd years, was Le Chateau. Back in my skinny days, I used to shop there. Skinny days as in pre-mom body. We have in the mall. Let's see if I can zoom in. Whoop, not that one. Oh, I'm already zoomed in. That's the Freak Lunchbox. Their sales say pop-up shop, but they are a permanent resident now in the mall. And they import candy coming in from Europe and the US. That's where you can find some candy that you can't really find anywhere else. We've got Kohl's Bookstore. Now over here used to be the third floor for Sears, but right now it's all closed up because they don't have a tenant in there now. And originally when this mall was built in '62, it was the Eaton store. The Apple store. No lineups, not really. And we're back here. I told you, it's a small mall. But it's big enough for the population that we have. Now, Micmac Mall over in Dartmouth is a 3-level mall, and it is bigger. I don't know mall administration there or any of the security guards, so I don't want to risk it. But maybe one of these days I will fire off an email and see if I can. No guarantees. Bath and Body Works. Now that it's pretty much August, they're getting their fall scents in, so we all know what that means. Everything's going to be pumpkin smelling. While I don't mind pumpkin scented stuff for fall, I do not do the lattes. I am not a PSL girl. So we're back down on level 1. We'll just do one more quick roundabout the mall. Now when Aritzia came in, they took out the longest, the oldest tenant of the mall that was never moved from their original spot, which was Henry Burks and Son, which is a jewelry store that was there from day one up until 4 years ago. Bentley has all their back-to-school backpacks out. I don't want to go past Lush again. Whew. That kills me every time. That's one of my favorite stores, Pandora. I do have a bracelet from them. That's slowly gathering charms. So we're back down in the food court because this is where I'm going to end things. This Habaneros. They are another local restaurant. the tables are pretty much all spaced out. We've had indoor dining now for a little over a month. Thank you. Thank you. I had to take a... Ooh. This does not want to work for me. Okay, just a second. I have no idea what happened there. I'm just walking along and the Pocket 2 decides to get drunk on me. So it's kind of... Well, the duck, like when you're standing where I am, it's in proportion, but when you walk up to it, it's very elongated. Alrighty. So I think I'm going to end my video here and go back inside and grab a cold drink. That's the former Sears location. There's somebody coming and going through the door there, so they might have an office in there. I know that there's been a campaign to get Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack down in these parts, because the Hudson's Bay is across over at Dartmouth. And I don't know if they would come back over to Halifax. Anyway. Find a good spot to end this. That looks good. Alrighty, my lovelies. I want to thank you for watching. It was nice. It was air conditioned in there, so I am going to go back to get a drink before I head on home. So down in the description I do have links for channel membership, as well as my PayPal and Patreon if you want to support the channel. Without support, I wouldn't be able to do this. I also want to thank everybody recently on live streams for their generous super chats. And a special shout out to my Spring Garden Road tiered Patreons, Vivian Johnson, Michelle Gray, DQ, and Ozzy Johnson, as I meander my way across the parking lot to get over to the bus terminal to go home for supper. So my lovelies, it pays to get off early sometimes from work. Then I can come out and do content for you all. So on that note, I will catch you on my next video. Bye!